Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
We are going to discuss the next continuation topic, stopping distance of vehicles. Stopping distance of vehicles. So in our last class, we discussed about equations of free fall motion, and related concept. Now in this class we are going to concentrate to discuss next continuation concepts. So the first thing is stopping distance of vehicles. Okay, right. So in general, when we are traveling on a road near schools and some other places where peoples are going to gather heavily, you can see some signboards. So the signboards are like this, For example, in front of a school zone is there, like that we are going to see some signboards. Suppose when we are traveling on a road, in front of us within 100 meters or 200 meters, if there is any school, we have to slow our vehicle generally. So you can see one signboard also. Within 100 meters, school zone is there, like that. So whenever we are going to see that signboard, immediately what we are doing? We are going to press the brakes. So the driver of the vehicle press the brake. Then automatically the vehicle speed decreases. The speed decreases. Then we can overcome that zone, school zone area smoothly without having any accidents and some other dangerous situations. Okay. So here stopping distance is the very important thing. You know very well, if you press brake suddenly, it may be dangerous for you also sometimes, otherwise it may leads to or it may be dangerous to opposite person also, right? So the stopping distance, once if you press the brake, either it is a bike or car, whatever it may be, once if you press the brake, whether it is car or bike, whatever it may be, within how much distance the speed of the vehicle becomes zero. By traveling how much distance the speed of the vehicle becomes zero. Here my point is distance. So it is very clear, whenever we are going to cross a school zone while traveling on the road, we need to cross safely. So to avoid damage for ourselves or damage to a school student or any other. So there we need to reduce the speed of the vehicle. So automatically there are signboards. By seeing the signboards, we are going to press the brake. But it is difficult to stop the vehicle suddenly. Sometimes it may lead to the self-accident also. That's why after pressing the brake, within how much distance the vehicle's speed becomes zero. That is our topic. So please try to understand the example. If you understood this example, then you are getting the importance of this topic, that is stopping distance. Right? So the name of the topic is stopping distance of vehicle. Stopping distance of vehicles. Okay? Right. See this. When brakes are applied to a moving vehicle, when brakes are applied to a moving vehicle, the distance it travels before stopping. So, before stopping means what? When it stops, the final velocity or the instantaneous velocity at that moment is 0. Is called stopping distance. So, this is the definition of stopping distance. So, first my sincere request is try to understand the importance of this topic by taking one example, that is what I already explained. Next, try to understand the definition of stopping distance. So, what is the stopping distance? When brakes are applied to a moving vehicle, the distance it travels before stopping, before its speed becomes 0, is called stopping distance. Next, it is an important factor for road safety and depends on the initial velocity and the braking capacity or deceleration that is caused by the braking, right? It is an important factor for the road safety and depends on the initial velocity and the braking capacity or deceleration that is caused by the braking. It is an important factor for road safety and depends on the initial velocity and the braking capacity or deceleration that is caused by braking, right? So, when we are going for when we go to talk about stopping distance, when we go to talk about the stopping distance, that is very important. Where it is important? For road safety. For road safety it is important. And on what factors it depends? Initial velocity and the braking capacity. So, braking capacity decides the deceleration. So, with how much force we are going to press the brakes, how much fast we respond to press the brake, right? So, one is the stopping distance topic is important for road safety, and that stopping distance depends on the initial velocity and the deceleration or braking capacity that is caused by the braking, right? Next, here we are going to derive an expression for stopping potential. Here we are going to derive an expression for stopping potential, right? So, how to derive? See here. And moreover, we are deriving expression for stopping potential in terms of V naught and A. In terms of V naught and A. So, what is V naught? Initial velocity. What is A? Acceleration. V naught is initial velocity and A is the acceleration. Okay? Right. If you see this example, try to understand. So, these are the dotted lines and it is a solid line. Okay? So, these dotted lines are indicating that the vehicle is in motion. So, the vehicle is coming from somewhere to here. So, when the vehicle came here, that is what? X, right? That point of X, see here, when the vehicle came to reach this point, the driver applied the brake. The driver applies the brake suddenly and he left the brake. First he pressed the brake and left it. What happens? The vehicle comes to stop at this point. So, at this point its speed or velocity is 0, right. So, this is the distance travelled by the vehicle from the moment when he pressed the brake and to the moment where its speed became 0. So, this is what stopping distance. So, we used the letter that is ds. So, d is the like distance, s is the stopping. So, stopping distance. Okay. So, this is the situation. So here we are going to calculate the expression for stopping distance, right? Okay. See this, by using this formula, this is what third equation of motion, v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax, right? Here v, that is what final velocity, it is 0. Initial velocity is v naught. So according to the equation of motion, third equation of motion, square is plus 2a into ds, 2a into ds. So a is the acceleration or deceleration, depends upon the situation. Then ds, so ds is the stopping distance, okay, right. So ds is equal to, take this v naught square to that side, then automatically, mathematically you can write it as ds is equal to minus v naught square by 2a, minus v naught square by 2a. This is the stopping distance. Here v naught means initial velocity. So initial velocity means where? The velocity possessed by a body at this point x. So the velocity possessed by a body at this point x is initial velocity. So here the velocity is final velocity, it is 0. It is the stopping distance ds. So ds is equal to minus v naught square by 2a. So it is the expression for stopping distance. Expression for stopping distance. Okay, right. Next it is the application. It is the application. So what is the application? Initially only I explained, right? Starting only I explained you what is the application. So it is a daily life example. When we are traveling in front of places where more number of peoples are gathered, like school or temples, there we need to reduce the speed of the vehicle so that we can avoid accident either for us or to some other person. That is simply called as road safety. So there itself, generally we are going to press the brake, but after pressing the brake, vehicle is traveling certain distance based on the situation. That distance is called as stopping distance. So stopping distance is the very important factor while when we are going to avoid the accidents. So what is stopping distance means? This is the definition. Then it is the factors on which stopping distance depends. Factors on which stopping distance depends, and it is the derivation. It is the derivation of expression for stopping potential in terms of initial velocity and acceleration. That is, finally we got ds is equal to minus v naught square by 2a. Okay, right. Next topic, right, which is called as reaction time. Next topic is called as reaction time, right. So what is meant by reaction time? See here, on one day you are traveling in a vehicle. Suppose yourself we are the driver. Suppose yourself you are the driver. When you are traveling in a vehicle, yourself you are the driver. Suddenly one boy came onto the road. Then how fast you are going to react? Fast means here time. In how much time you are going to react to press the brake depends upon you can avoid the accident. Am I right? I will repeat once again. On one day you are traveling on the road. You are the driver of the vehicle. Suddenly one boy came onto the road. Then generally what we have to do? We have to press the brake. So within how much time you press the brake leads to the which stops the accident. So how much fast you are going to react means simply called as reaction time, right. So I already wrote here that you can see once again. So in our daily life, for example, if a person is driving and suddenly a boy appears on the road, suddenly a boy appears on the road, then the time elapsed before he slams the brakes of the car. The time elapsed before he slams the brakes of the car is the reaction time. Is the reaction time. Okay, right. Next point is also important, ma. Reaction time depends on complexity of the situation. Reaction time depends on complexity of the situation and an individual. You know very well, the road safety officers, generally transport department, advised not to drive the vehicle by consuming alcohol. So if a person consumes alcohol, it affects the reaction time. So when he took reaction time more, when he is not reacting speedily or fastly or within less time, definitely it leads to the accident, no doubt at all. So that's why how fast we are reacting is very important factor when we are in driving. So this is the main important point. The road transport department advised for the drivers not to consume alcohol when they are in driving. Okay, right. So reaction time is nothing but the time elapsed before he presses the brakes of the car or any vehicle. Okay, right. And here we are discussing the dependent factors of reaction time. So it depends on complexity of the situation and an individual. Right. Next, how to measure the reaction time? For example, how fast you will react to one situation, how I will react for one situation or for the same situation differs from person to person. We can calculate the reaction time of one particular person. So how can we calculate means, see here, we did a small experiment to calculate the reaction time. That experiment is by taking a meter scale, right? This is the meter scale, so you can call it as ruler. So here you asked to your friend to hold the scale. So here, so the red light indicates that this is the position where your friends hold the ruler. So that's why I have written friend's hand. This is your hand. This is your hand, right? So this is your friend's hand. He hold the ruler. Here you are holding the ruler. So you two persons are holding the ruler as shown in this figure. Okay, right. Now you are asking your friend, okay, you are asking your friend to leave the ruler. At the same time, you are also going to leave the ruler. If you two members left the ruler, what happens? It comes down. So it is like a freely falling body, as we discussed in the last class. It is a freely falling body, right? So when you two members left the hand, it starts to fall, then immediately you have to catch. So first you two members left, so it's like a freely falling body. It falls slowly, right? Then immediately you have to catch the ruler. So how much fast you will react? How much fast you will react? So the time we are going to measure here, right? See the quantities, physical quantities. For the ruler, V naught is equal to 0, no. So it is the initial velocity. Next, acceleration, that is minus 9.8 meter per second square. So morning class we discussed, the previous class we discussed. So A is equal to minus 9.8 meter per second square. It is G is the acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, that is minus 9.8 meter per second square, right? Okay, distance traveled d. So when you two members left the ruler, and after that you are going to catch the ruler, between these time intervals, the ruler travels certain distance. So that distance is d, and the reaction time tr. For our convenience, r means reaction, t means time. So the reaction time tr are related by d is equal to minus 1 by 2 g into tr square. It is we are writing from second equation of motion, no? That is what s is equal to ut plus half at square. Otherwise, x is equal to v naught into t plus half at square. That is the second equation of motion. So from that equation, we are writing d is equal to minus 1 by 2 into g tr square. So g is the acceleration due to gravity, tr is the reaction time. Next, tr is equal to square root of 2d by g, seconds, right? So the unit of time is seconds. Okay, right. So this is the expression for reaction time, that is in terms of distance traveled by the object and acceleration due to gravity. So obviously acceleration due to gravity is constant. At one particular place, acceleration due to gravity is constant. But this distance traveled by the object is more, means automatically it takes more time to react. So it's a general thing, mathematically can relate, but it doesn't depends upon only the distance traveled by that. It also depends upon the complexity of the situation and individual also, right? Okay. For example, if d is equal to 21 centimeters, for example, the distance traveled by the ruler before catch is 21 centimeters, and g value we know it is a constant 9.8 meter per second square on surface of earth, right? Then you can calculate reaction time like this. So 2 into this 21 centimeters you have to convert into meters, that is 2 into 0.21 by 9.8 is approximately equal to 0.2 seconds. So you just imagine yourself, after leaving this ruler, you and your friend, you are going to catch within 0.2 seconds. So you are taking 0.2 seconds to react. So this is the example to discuss and to measure and to calculate reaction time. Okay, right. So in this class, we discussed two important topics. One is stopping distance of vehicles, another one is reaction time, right? Our next discussion is relative velocity. Now we are going to discuss relative velocity. Okay, right. So what is relative velocity? What is relative velocity? What is velocity first? Rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. Okay, right. Before going to explain this topic, relative velocity, I will give you one best example, because example is very important for us to understand the importance of topic as well as to understand the topic. Okay, right. For example, you are in a railway station. So you know very well, there after platform there is one track, just beside the track one more track is there, after that one more platform. So first platform number 1, then railway track, then second railway track, then second platform. Okay, right. Now what I am saying is, suppose you are sitting in one train. You are sitting in one train. Sometimes if you see other train, you may think that the train in which you are sitting is in motion. Then immediately if you see the platform, if you see the platform, you may think that my train is at rest, but other train what we have seen is in motion. So it is simply called as illusion, because we all are living on a ball like material which is connected to the entire universe by force. So in the starting of this class I explained you motion is relative. Motion and rest are two relative terms. Without taking an object at rest, you can't judge the motion of an object. Okay? Similarly, without taking a reference, you can't judge the rest state of an object. So that's why displacement is relative, motion is relative, velocity is also relative. Right? So here we are going to discuss the concept relative velocity. Relative velocity, right? So I explained you the concept of relative velocity with one example. I can take many examples, right? Suppose for example, I am going for second example. On one road, you and your friend both are traveling on two different bikes. So you have your own bike and your friend has also having his own bike. You both are traveling in one particular direction, in the same direction with same velocity. With same velocity. Suppose you are traveling at 40 kilometers per hour. Your friend is also traveling at 40 kilometers per hour. So your bike speed is 40 kilometers per hour means that is the speed of your bike with respect to the tree which is just beside the road. Your friend's bike speed is also 40 kilometers per hour means that is the speed of your friend's bike with respect to the tree which is just beside the road. Now itself, the speed of your bike with respect to your friend's bike is 0. Even your friend's bike speed also with respect to your bike is 0. So if you observe carefully, in the second example, initially I took a tree which is at rest as a reference. Then your bike speed is 40 kilometers per hour. Afterwards, I took your friend's bike as a reference. Then your bike speed is 0. Right? So if you change the reference, the speed will be different, velocity will be different. So what is the difference between speed and velocity? If you talk about only magnitude, generally we are calling it as speed. If you consider the magnitude and direction, then we are saying it as a velocity, because velocity is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction, right? So that's why what I am saying is, please observe carefully, right? So speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. So in the second example, when I am saying speed, you have to keep in mind it is a velocity, because before saying it is speed, I mentioned both the peoples are traveling in one particular direction. That's why I call it as speed, because speed in one particular direction. So there is no change in the direction, because you and your friend are traveling in the same direction. Right? So now I explained, even I didn't enter into the topic, just I am explaining what is relative velocity. So the train example and with the bike example, I explained you what is the role of relative velocity in our daily life. Okay? Right. Now we are going to see one example, right? So this is the example. You observe carefully, right? So it is what? Object A. It is what? Object B. So whatever it may be, you can take either bike, you can take either car, whatever it may be. Object A, object B. Otherwise you can take two balls. This is the ball A and it is the ball B. So now the time is 0. When the time is 0, its displacement is 0, no? So that's why here XA of 0, XB of 0. XA is the displacement of A when time is 0. So initial, it is the displacement of B at time is 0. But after certain time, automatically what will happen? So here itself, when these two are moving with different average velocities, for example, A is moving with average velocity VA, B is moving with average velocity VB. So when they have some velocity, automatically this is going to cover certain displacement, this is also going to cover certain displacement. So it is in time t, that is what XA of t after certain time t. It is going to cover certain displacement, that is XB of t, displacement of B after certain time, that is t. So it is the displacement and it is the displacement.